Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's meeting of Oldham County Fiscal Court. Today is March 19th, 2024. Happy to have all of you join us today. If you're able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please turn your cell phone to vibrate, and we'll go forward with the meeting. I'd like to ask the court to appoint for today's meeting as our recordings clerk, Allison Thompson.
So moved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Welcome, Allison. I'm going to ask you now to call the roll.
Magistrate Likens.
Here.
Magistrate Tice.
Here.
Magistrate Woosley.
Here.
Magistrate Jeffries.
Here.
Magistrate Helms.
Here.
Magistrate Hawkins. Here. Magistrate Dye.
Present.
Magistrate Logsdon.
Here.
Judge Vogel.
Here. Having all members of the fiscal court present, this meeting is now in session. Is there a motion to accept the agenda?
So
moved.
Second.
Are there any additions or deletions?
We're going to add the improvement of the potential improvement of the funds for, or the paving contracts. Kevin Jeffries. Bid opening approval.
Yes.
Add that to the agenda.
We have bid
At the
openings today, and we're going to ask that those be approved later on in the agenda after Mr. Silliman's had a chance to look at those.
All right. So we'll make that item, we'll just put that at the end of personnel actions, okay? Approval of paving contracts, all right? All right, seeing nothing else, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve our minutes from our last meeting, which was on March 5th?
So moved. Second.
Everybody speaks at once now. Allison will not know exactly who made that motion,
She can just
right?
pick round robin.
Give it to somebody. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Time now for public comment, the time during our meeting when anyone who would like to address the fiscal court is able to do so. Becky Zockline is here, and go ahead, Becky.
All right, thank you, Judge, and good afternoon, members of the Fiscal Court. I'd just like to remind you and the public that we have a special electronics collection event coming up this Saturday at the Oldham County High School student parking lot, and it's commonly known as the junior parking lot, right off of Highway 393. It will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and we are particularly interested in accepting tube and projection-style televisions and tube-style monitors. All electronics are welcome, and we look forward to seeing folks from all over Oldham County bringing their unwanted electronic devices.
Question.
Magistrate Dye.
You said you're looking for tube style, CRT type?
Yes.
Okay, then you're going to have to help me out. Is a rear projection, is that a CRT tube?
It is one of the ones that we don't accept year-round.
But you'll take it this week.
We will take it this week, yes.
I got a neighbor who's been bothering me for 2 years on this.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
You're
You say-
welcome.
You put me in good graces with her. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
All right, thank you. And bring your TVs, old TVs down there.
Yes.
You can bring other things basically any other time, correct?
Right, yeah. I mean, I think everybody has a box or a tub full of wires and power cords that you're saving just in case. You can bring those too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have some paving, we have another, okay.
Me.
Settings, Judge.
All
All right, good afternoon, Amy Alvey. I'm here twofold, so I'll give you my home address, 2903 Kinlock Road, LaGrange, Kentucky, 40031. I'm here today just to remind everyone that March is the Brain Injury Awareness Month. So today I'm wearing green along with my little green ribbon. I'm a proud supporter and family advocate for the Brain Injury Alliance of Kentucky and a proud parent of a daughter that survived a traumatic brain injury nearly 17 years ago from a single car accident on Christmas Day. The Brain Injury Association of Kentucky was a huge part of my daughter's recovery, and the support received from that organization was just unbelievable. So I always believe in paying that forward and being sure that people understand the significance and the amount of people in Kentucky and around the United States that have acquired brain injuries from things such as, a simple fall, a car accident, riding your bike without a helmet. So just remember March is Brain Injury Awareness Month. You have two elected officials in here that both have children that have suffered traumatic brain injuries, so it does happen. So just remember to keep those families in your prayers. It never ends, I guess you would say. They face challenges the rest of their life, and so I encourage you to wear your seatbelt, wear your helmet, and wear green in March. So that's the Amy Alvey part. Amy Alvey is Oldham County Clerk. So I did pass out to everyone today. Finally got the maps done. Big thank you to Matt Tolar at Oldham County Planning and Zoning. He helped me put these maps together. So at each one of your stations, you will have an entire map of the county that outlines the new magisterial districts. And then you will have a zoomed in version that is just your district. So those are at your stations as well. And I'm also asking the court today if you would please add Bluegrass Integrated Communications. We are required to provide an postcard to any affected voter that their precinct changed. In the past, that was significant because you voted in your individual precincts, but because we use vote centers, it's not that critical to get that notice, I guess you would say, out because people can vote at any of the 9 locations. So I'm asking for you to add Bluegrass Integrated Communications bill to the payables. The amount is for $2,034.64. This is to mail out 3,083 postcards. This is for their artwork and the design, artwork, mailing, and the materials to do it. This is what the postcard will look like. So it will have the address and location and say that it's an official election mail, so they don't think it's junk mail. And then on the reverse side, it explains that it's in accordance with KRS 116.085. The Oldham County Board of Elections is notifying you that due to the reapportionment and changes from the census, your new voting precinct is blank. I did add in there that you will continue to vote at one of the 9 vote centers and included my website address as well as our voter registration telephone number, because I'm sure we will get many calls of like, why are we receiving this card? So I did want to wait until April to get this approved so it doesn't cross in the mail with our normal election card that lists all your voting opportunities and get people confused. So I just respectfully ask that it be added to the payables. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll pay the bill when it comes up here. Anyone else to address the fiscal court? Seeing no one, will close public comment and go on to the first item on the agenda today. First of several bid openings, and this is for paving group number 1. I'd like to be able to tell you which streets are in that group, but I've got them here in front of me, but they're over several pieces of paper, so we'll let it go. Group number 1, first bid, Flynn Brothers, $1,144,856.48. The next one, Hall Contracting, is $1,641,766.01. Okay, there must be something to that 1 cent, but I don't know what it is. Here's another one, Libs Paving, $1,337,025.05. Louisville Paving, $1,145,083.70. Mac Construction, $1,148,990 and no cents. And here we go with Wingham Paving, $983,578.74.
Read that one again, Judge, please.
Wingham, $983,578.74.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We'll give those to our County Attorney, Jim Silliman, and we expect to award those by the end of the meeting. What did I say?
Attorney.
Oh, sorry, Barry.
I don't want to look at anything.
Thought he got promoted.
Right, sorry about that. It just,
Or demoted.
next one here, this is group number 2. Well, the first bid is from All Terrain Construction and Paving, $38,242. $38,242. The next one is Flynn Brothers, $35,623.43. Libs Paving, $31,462. Louisville Paving, $41,170.20. Mac Construction, $39,102. Riverside Paving, $49,275.50. Wingham Paving, $30,601.15. That's group number 2. Now we have the bid opening for the trail paving at Wendell Park. This is repaving those trails. And let's see what we have here. Flynn Brothers, $99,849.47.
What was that?
I think it was 99,849.47.
Libs Paving, $126,555. Louisville Paving, $186,787. Riverside Paving, $81,609. Wingham Paving, $214,029.68. All right.
Could you do the Flynn Brothers again, Judge?
Flint, yes, sir. Just a second.
First one.
First one.
That was, well, where did I put it here? I didn't keep them in alphabetical order. Which one, Louisville Paving?
Flynn Brothers.
Flynn.
99,000.
849.47.
Oh, great. $99,849.47.
Thank you.
All right.
Judge, could I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
When I was looking through the bids area, the only thing we're doing is the ones that are existing. There was a part that was in green on my printout on my screen, is that being done? Because that part of the trail is not finished yet. That's the one that goes around the 2 baseball fields.
That's correct.
We're not doing that part.
Not doing the portion, I'll say it's to the north, that green loop to the north.
Perfect.
That's
Thank
correct.
you. I thought, and I just want to make sure. Thank you.
All right, we asked for a bid opening for the Highway 329 overhead sign mast project. I believe we have no bids, is that correct? All right, what that is the railroad crossing in LaGrange. We're have a permit and Crestwood, prepared to build a mast arm as you enter that intersection at 329 and 146 to let you know that you cannot run a truck across those tracks safely, a 18-wheeler. We tried to get a bid on that for somebody to manufacture that mast arm. We've received no bids. It's a problem down there, but we're trying to solve it. But so far, we have no one to build the structure to hold the message. So,
Judge, there was one thing on that. I think the KYTC was going to provide the mask arm. We just had to, the company had to agree to install it. Yeah. The way I read the bid.
right, but no bids.
What was that? Was this for, not to fabricate it, just to install it?
No, they had to fabricate it too. They had to-
Or do they have, does whoever wants to do it, do they have to come up with the engineering, the design?
Let's let Mr. Silliman here, he can answer.
Yeah, so the design was completed and it was permitted by the state because it'll be installed in there right away. All a previously existing pole was going to be provided, a mast arm and pole, so they would need to install a concrete foundation, mount the provided pole, and then install a fabricated sign, and there were warning devices, vertical tube devices to actually touch a truck if it drives under there. So there are just a few components that had to be made. As the judge said, or Magistrate Jeffries stated, the main component, the mast arm and pole, were being provided by the state, but there are some components.
Is any electrical involved in this?
No, it's just a mechanical device.
Just put a sonotube in there with a
That's
anchor?
correct. And we had requested quotes several months ago for this and received no responses, so we alternatively decided to put it out for public bids so everyone would be aware of it, and still obviously received no bids. So we'll coordinate with the city of Crestwood on how they want to proceed, because it is within the city of
Right,
Crestwood.
it's their, basically a state Crestwood problem. We've assisted, but it's not our problem.
Correct.
I'm just reaching out here. The people that are putting the sound barrier walls in, they're using those big, those big drill bits to drill down into the rock, or putting the street lights in along the interstate. It seemed like that would be a person. They've already got the equipment, and is that all you really need? Is just the big drill bit, go down there and take that rock out?
You're correct. It typically uses about a 3-foot diameter auger
Yeah.
to go drill down about 8 feet, fill it with concrete and rebar. But obviously, no one is interested right now.
Well, I've been talking to the guy at LG&E on the Oldham project. I'll ask him if they got somebody in mind that could come over and talk to us or something. Okay, I'll do that, Judge, and let you know. And that's not a difficult thing to do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, moving on to county administration now. We've got to have our bills, and of course, the bills do include one invoice from additional invoice. I'm not sure if you have a copy of it for $2,034.64 from Bluegrass Integrated Communications to provide our county clerk with material to notify people who have moved, or a movement of precinct, what precinct you're now in. So,
Judge, I'll move that we pay the payables as submitted, plus the additional payable.
Second.
Second.
all right, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Next item on the agenda under committee reports and recommendations, the Public Safety Jail Committee. We have a software service agreement for the jail. I noticed that the jailer is here today. Jeff, would you like to tell the court what this software is designed to do and why you want it?
Good afternoon, Judge. Good afternoon, magistrates, Allison, Barry. I'm asking the court to sign the service agreement for a jail management system. It's called Cadmus. It was sent out by Tina Schaaf to the magistrates, the jail committee. Basically, what it's designed for, it's a platform. It's a handheld scanner system that helps staff do their daily job. Deputies is in charge of safety and security of the jail. This is a management system that allows them to carry a cell phone type instrument to go around the jail. It keeps up with their cell checks and all the safety and security measures of the jail. It helps us keep compliance with the Department of Corrections standards, and it allows us, it gives you reminders. Throughout the day, the jail staff, the deputies are busy doing multiple things. This is a management system that is integrated with our facility manager, which is called Jail Tracker. Once they do their scans, once they do any type of cell checks, head counts, everything is on this system, and it reports it back to Jail Tracker. So it's an item that is needed for the jails because the jails have gotten away from doing hand logs. It also will help us prevent lawsuits, because when inmates say that we don't do something, this is a system that keeps track, showing us that we are doing this correctly. We looked at several different companies, and this is the company that I felt like was the best for the Oldham County Detention Center. So,
Okay, do we have, you just made a statement there, we looked at several different companies. Do we have pricing from other companies in
yes,
relation
we
to
did.
this?
I looked at 3 different companies. The highest was $85,000 setup fee, and then it was like a $20,000 a year service agreement annually. The second one we looked at had a $35,000 to set it up, and this one is $15,000 with an annual service subscription of $11,000. And that $11,000 will stay $11,000.
All right, and is it, it's not a agreement for a certain number of years?
No,
It's
sir.
just strictly a year-by-year agreement?
Correct. Until we feel like it's not needed, but it's going to be needed.
Right, we'll have magistrates discuss it. Is there a motion to support this software agreement with,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
right? Is there any discussion? Magistrate Jeffries.
Just a quick question. I assume that y'all been doing this by hand up until this point? Or?
Actually, no, the last time we've done it by hand was 6 to 8 years ago, when we were at the other jail, when we were at the jail here in the square, before we moved to our new building. When we moved to our new building, the jail tracker system that we use to keep track of all our people and our reports, they gave us a system that was included with their system, but it was not keeping track of the jail, and we would upload. It took a lot on officers' times. You'd have to find a spot in the jail where internet was really good to get it to work. And this one keeps all the storage information in a cloud. So if it's not picking up immediately, it is reporting it to the system as soon as we're in that location.
So do all of your officers get one of these devices?
Every
or-
officer on staff will have that device. The good thing about it is the supervisors will also have a device that allows them to keep track of the officers and what they're doing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Magistrate Hawkins.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey.
Okay, so as I was reading through the contract, it appears as though the information is held in two places out west.
Okay.
So will you also have access to the information? Like if you want to know if one of your people is doing something, one of your employees, will you have access to that?
Yes, so it is we have it on all computer systems. If I want to see it, I would log into the system under my username and password, and I'll be able to look at what's going on. The thing that we're doing at the jail with this system is we're getting several monitors. We're going to put one in our booking area. We're going to put one in our control room, and we're going to put one in the supervisor's office, a new monitor, and we're just going to have that screen up. What that screen does is it tells you all the cells in the jail, and it will tell you if you're in compliance or you're not in compliance. You're in every hour, you have to check on the inmates. For the first 20 minutes, the area, their cell will be blank. After 20 minutes, it will go to yellow. Once it's in yellow, the officers know that they have to get up from the area that they're in and then go start a new cell check. If it goes in red, then that means they're non-compliant, and they have to have a reason to be non-compliant, which sometimes jail things happen, emergencies happen, and it requires all our jail staff to get to those areas. But it allows you to upload, and it gets an audit report that we can pull straight to the Department of Corrections jail inspector.
Okay, and it looks like the salesman is out of Frankfurt, is that right?
Yes. One thing that we really love about this company is they are local vendors. They are out of the state of Kentucky. They first presented this to Tennessee. Tennessee was the first company that had them. After they had several contracts in Tennessee, they started putting it into the Kentucky jails. Now there are over 30 jails out of the 77 open that have Cadmus Scribe.
I was going to ask about that because when I went to the website, it didn't come up, and then I went to another. Yeah, so
their company is called Autonomy Today, and then they have several different things. They have jail management, they have medical management, and they actually have a jail management system which we use, Jail Tracker, and but they have their own company that does that as well.
So did you have the ability to check the references of where they, in other jails that they've
yes,
been?
ma'am, I have.
Okay, I'm sure you did.
I called many jails to
Make sure
Yes,
that they were
ma'am.
happy with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Magistrate Hounds.
We talked about this yesterday.
Yes.
Did you find out the information about where it's going to come from? I know you said some of it was going to come out of,
Right now, the $15,000 that it cost is coming out of our budget, but we have the revenue, so it's not going to change our budget. As soon as this gets approved, the jail has received a $10,000 grant through KCO to pay for $10,000 of it, and then the other $5,000 is going to be paid out of inmate commissary. So that, since it's a feature to keep the inmates safe and secure, it's inmate safety, we're able to pay for it out of the commissary, so it's costing the county nothing.
Magistrate Woosley.
Just in a bid to be transparent, I work for Caliber Public Safety. Jail Tracker was a subsidiary of Caliber at one point. They've moved into their own business unit, but we all work under Harris Corporation. And Autonomy Today is under that Harris umbrella. So
Yes.
I'm going to abstain from this vote, even though it's
That's fine.
doesn't have anything to do with my company, but our holding company is the same, so I'm going to abstain
I
from the vote
understand.
today. So.
Magistrate Jeffries.
Just one additional question. Does this interface with Jail Tracker? I mean, is it a smooth transition and be able to access it both ways?
Yes. I've had the company out to our facility the past month and a half. Before we even started talking to them, I said, here's our system. Do you interface with Jail Tracker? And some of those other 30 jails that I was saying already had it, they use it in interfaces, and they've actually improved it since we first talked back in December, because I wanted to make sure that everything would work smoothly. with them having their own company, they said, well, we'd like to show you our Cadmus system, but we've been extremely happy with Jail Tracker over the years. But yes, it does interface.
Okay, and I would assume that, you know, this is a year-to-year contract, so if something happens and they decide to get in a fight with Jail Tracker or whatever, and they said, well, we're not going to support them anymore, then that would give us the option the next year to come in and do something else?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
what this system will do, from what me and Jeff's discussion has been, is it's, and correct me if I've got this wrong.
No, you're
okay?
fine.
It's going to free up some of the officers' time, and right now you're training new people all the time, and,
Yes, sir.
and that takes time to do that. So anytime that we can free up an officer's time to do the job easier, or get rid of the redundancy of some of the things y'all do, because there's one thing y'all do in the jail is you count all the time. You're
Yes, sir.
always counting.
Yes.
And this will just free up the officers to do other things in as far as additional training and stuff like that.
Correct.
And it's basically it's a good system for that. And you know, it's I didn't realize that I thought the Jail Tracker system was a little more expansive than it was, but with this, it's like all technology. It's just getting better and better all the time.
Correct. Right now, Magistrate Dye, we have it set up to just do cell checks and head counts. Next week, I've already set up a meeting with Cadmus again. They're in Kentucky. They're going to come here anytime we need them to. And they're going to, next step, once our staff gets comfortable with the head counts and the cell checks, next step, we're going to implement recreation, church, GED. Anytime they leave that cell for medical, anytime that they have trays delivered to them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, this system will keep track of that. And everything, their picture, everything that's on Jail Tracker is on this system. So if we go up and we see Bob die in jail, and we can make sure somebody's not eating your food by just looking at the picture. So.
Small chance of that.
What, being in jail or eating my food?
Eating the food.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We've got a motion on the floor, and I think we pretty well exhausted the questions. I believe we basically have to vote to approve purchasing an item that we're going to be reimbursed 100% for.
Yes, sir.
So, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Next item is from Parks and Rec, Gary Parsons.
Yeah. Judge, this came through the Parks Committee today with a recommendation to present it to Fiscal Court.
Okay.
Password is.
I believe that somebody, one of the magistrates requested that a video be shown, and I think we're getting that up. Is that right?
Yeah, we've got about a 3-minute video here he's going to show.
I believe it's about a 3-minute video.
Six minutes to log in, 3 minutes for the video.
We're changing the way America thinks about fitness. From college
Start it over
campuses
again.
to city parks and trails, we're
Move it
bringing
back,
free
please, and can we turn the volume up?
We're changing the way America thinks about fitness.
All the way up here.
From college campuses to city parks and trails, we're bringing free fitness everywhere, and we're just getting started. Hi, I'm Mitch Menagid, founder of the National Fitness Campaign. National Fitness Campaign was founded in 1979 when we opened the first fitness court. Redesigned for the 21st century, the fitness court is the world's best outdoor gym. Our 7-movement, 7-minute system allows you to use your own body weight to get the perfect workout. Easy or hard, it will work for you. Our goal is to build healthy communities by making outdoor fitness an essential part of people's lives so that each day is better than the last. Now more than ever before, it is vital that we move fitness outdoors to remain safe, healthy, and strong.
Michiganders, as soon as we can, we go outside, which is one of the reasons why the fitness court was such an attraction to us. What impressed us most was their basic philosophy that they want to provide world-class fitness for free. Truly, anyone can use it, no matter what your age is, no matter what your physical fitness level is, no matter what your skills are. It is very adaptable.
Thousands of certified ambassadors will be trained to deliver classes, challenges, and clinics as part of our national fitness campaign. New programs are bringing students outdoors across America. The Fitness Court mobile app is your gateway to enroll in these programs. Simply scan the new digital wall with your phone to access a library of free workouts designed to optimize your experience on the fitness court. Learn the moves and take challenges as we dig deep to create impact for our partners across America. This year, we are thrilled to introduce Fitness Court Public Art. Cities have the opportunity to select a local artist to design their fitness court using the power of the arts and fitness outdoors in iconic public spaces. We're proud to have helped cities of all sizes raise millions of dollars from respected sponsors to support free fitness. Wherever fitness is a priority, you can find a fitness court. We're partnering with large cities using urban movement data to map the best locations for healthy infrastructure. We're bringing fitness courts to within 10 minutes of population centers everywhere.
They provide these wraparound services that, from a city's perspective, that's what you want in a partner like this. You want it to come presented to you on a silver platter with a bow tied around it. They're one of the best partners, I think, that I personally have ever worked with.
We serve almost 1.2 million members across Michigan. And this partnership really is an opportunity for us to bring scalable, free health and wellness opportunities to our community. So I would actually invite cities and organizations, big and small, to explore the opportunity to invest in fitness courts. To be very honest with you, the feedback from different municipalities and different communities has been very positive.
We're committed to raise $150 million to bring the campaign to 1,000 cities and schools, building the largest fitness movement in the world. Join us. Let's make world-class fitness free.
Judge, the National Fitness Campaign is a nationwide organization that partners with communities to build these outdoor facilities. We have an opportunity to partner with them and apply for this grant to bring a couple of these facilities into Oldham County to help us create a more healthy Oldham County. We're asking Fiscal Court to allow the judge to sign grant paperwork that Gary's going to complete. It's non-binding. If we decide we received the grant and don't want to proceed, we don't have to, but we'd at least like to give it a shot to see what we can get here. There is a matching portion on the grant, and they will help us identify spots, but we'd like to put these in locations where there's already high volume pedestrian traffic for folks to be able to use these facilities. So the question from the Parks Committee is, will Fiscal Court allow the judge to approve the grant paperwork when Gary fills it out for this campaign? And I'm going to make that motion.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded that submit a grant application to the National Fitness Campaign and see if we are awarded a grant opportunity from this organization. I believe they have about 500 locations around the country right now, and they're trying to move to the second 500 location situation, and that's where they're getting into smaller communities like ours. So is that right,
One
Gary?
currently in Richmond and Mount Washington.
Mount Washington, okay.
I've seen the one on a college campus. It was really nice.
All right, we've got a motion on the floor and a second. Is there any discussion on this?
Once
Hearing
we
none.
hear back from the grant, we'll bring the application back to Fiscal Court so we'll know the cost and locations and all the details.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, thank you. Next item here will be a Operation Parents, Becky Zockline.
Thank you, Judge. I'm coming before the fiscal court today to request that the fiscal court use some of its opioid settlement funds to help fund Operation Parents Trends in Training Prevention event that they presented in the fiscal court last session on March 5th. And the amount that we're requesting is $20,000 as a grant. And please keep in mind that the opioid settlement funds are to be used specifically for prevention, education, and treatment for people who are either potentially or are suffering from any kind of addiction or substance abuse.
Judge,
Yes, ma'am, sir.
the Human Resources Committee met today, and we're going to bring forward a recommendation to donate $20,000 to Operation Parent. Need a second?
Second.
All right, moved and seconded. The representatives from Operation Parent are here today, Gene Shum and Daryl Bramer. Sorry, Daryl. But do you want to come forward for just a second, please, here, and before we vote on this? As you heard Becky say, our money here for this would come from our opioid settlement funds. Now, as we understand it, you're going to use those funds for a program called TNT, is that right?
Yes.
And that program would be at the City Place?
Yes.
In?
September the
September
14th.
14th.
Okay. And it said, on your literature, it said the program is designed to educate students about opioids, prescription drugs, and other trending substances while bolstering their refusal skills, engage parents by providing training, networking activity on opioids and more, and energizing the community to launch new ongoing prevention opportunities. Okay, that all sounds great within what we understand the parameters of the grant are. But those of us who are public servants across the state have been warned, very, adamantly, to be very careful how we allocate these monies because groups above us are going to review it at some point in the future, can come back and say that it wasn't an appropriate allocation. So this has to be used for opioid prevention, education, and so forth. It can't, even though Operation Parent has a lot wider mission with all kinds of negative behaviors you're fighting to try to help parents and kids. This particular money has to go for the opioid education. And then we're going to need a written report from you after the event regarding how many people were there, who the speakers were, what, all the facts, statistics, or whatever, because we're going to have that on file, may have to submit that to the Kentucky Attorney General's office to justify what we've done if we approve this money, which I believe we're going to, but we want to be very cautious about how we do this and whether or not we need a written agreement in advance. We're not exactly sure. We want to support it, but we don't want to get ourselves into a pickle later with the State Opioid Commission. So you understand that here today and will provide us with a detailed report later on the...
Happy to.
Right, because we're supportive of fighting this, but we have to be careful how we use the money. Magistrate Tice.
Oh, okay. A couple of questions is, How much opioid money do we have we gotten from the state or federal?
I think we're at, what, 380? 300, right around 380.
Do we have any other uses planned for it at this point, and how long do we have before we need to use it?
We get money every year. We're going to get money every year from the settlement.
Well, this settlement is ongoing. We get more money every year.
17-year payout of one. Kevin remembers. It's one of them 17 years. One of them is 16 or 18 years. It's there's a potential for there to be multiple settlements, but right now we're receiving 2.
Right.
But
There are
we
more
entering-
settlements coming, and the Kentucky Attorney General's gotten into filed a lawsuit against one of the companies to prevent, I don't know what the purpose of it is, maybe to get more money than what we would normally get as a state. There's several layers of, there's national administrators, lawyers across the country, a judge in Cleveland, I believe, was adjudicating this whole case. There's a lot of confusion about it, in the sense that more money's coming. How much exactly, we're not sure, but we expect it to be several $100,000 more. The only other, we have sat on this money. We looked at one other idea and passed on it. But the health department would like to be considered for some funding of programs that they have. And we have a meeting arranged to talk with a representative in Frankfurt of CAECO, who has been hired to help guide counties through this distribution process. So we're going to take the health department there soon, like next week, I believe, or maybe it's this week. I've got to look at my calendar, and to try to see if it fits for the health department. So we're open to ideas. We just have to be careful as we step forward.
Thank you. I support it.
Magistrate
Thank you,
Likens.
Judge. They explained to us in that training that it's a settlement. It's not tax money, so it falls under different scrutiny and different criteria than tax money does. So that's what he's trying to explain. But this is a lawsuit settlement, and they're controlling where it goes and how it's spent. So more than even tax money is.
Right, yeah, there's several upper levels far above us, the State Attorney General and the Opioid Commission, and then each of these settlements from a drug company also has an administrator who might second guess your state opioid commission. So we hope all that doesn't happen, but we're in uncharted territory here, but we want to support you. I know that, so we just have to have limit the expenses to opioid education and give us a detailed report back on what you have done.
Happy to do it.
Yep.
Anybody else want to clarify that further? Magistrate Dye?
Hi, Gene, how you doing? I heard, I was at the same training the other gentlemen were at. Do we plan on having some type of a contractual agreement where it states that this is what our expectations are and this is what you're going to provide just for these people that's going to come back? There are going to be people come back and look and make sure we did the money right. I don't question what you're all going to do right or wrong, but there has to be some sort of an audit trail or something explaining the scope of what we expect and what you're going to do.
I'll ask Mr. Baxter if he would like to draft a a one-page, 3-paragraph memorandum of agreement or something of that nature. We don't want to get into this too deep. We just want to protect our flank if we need to.
I'd rather have the piece of paper than try to dig this tape up down the road. Because minutes don't tell you a lot, and the tape tells you even less.
Okay.
So.
All right. So we have a motion on the floor and the second, and to support this with $20,000, given the additional circumstances that we've raised here. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much, and best of luck, and we'll we'll get that agreement to you, and it won't be complicated.
We appreciate it. Thank you
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Now we're on to personnel actions, I believe. That'd be item E here. I'm going to take the first one myself. As you are all well aware, our current deputy judge, Kevin Nuss, is going to be leaving us at the end of the month. And we're disappointed that Kevin is going. Wish him the best in his retirement, of course. And I'm happy to say that I've also been able to identify and bring forward a very credible and I think good candidate to take Kevin's place. He's Joe Ender as Deputy Judge Executive at $90,000 a year, effective April 1st of 2024. Joe would actually begin tomorrow, and as a, I guess, a trainee, if you want to, hate to say deputy judge and trainee in the same sentence, but you know, as a shadow. Joe, will you please stand up and let the court see who you are? I know some of the members of the court already know Joe, and a few others don't, but be very happy to have you come aboard as deputy judge, and Kevin is going to be orienting him for the next couple of weeks, or 10 days at least.
Judge, I'd like
But
to
you need
make
a
the
motion
motion
on
that
this.
we
Yeah,
accept.
I'm making that motion. Is there a second?
And I'll
Second.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Welcome. Thank you. All right, Tina, did you have anything else? We did just announce the departure of Tara Long, who has been fiscal court clerk, has left us, and we wish Tara the best of luck in the future. We have, we have maintenance hires? Okay, well. And any human resources news you want to share?
I don't know. Breaking news.
Breaking
Yes, let's
news.
see. Okay, you have some hires before you this afternoon. We have a maintenance new hire. He's part-time, starting tomorrow at $20 an hour. His name is Rick Perryman. He'll be our maintenance assistant one. He'll be helping out Rodney there. And then we have some parks building monitors. We have Emerson Lane and Derek Dees at $10 an hour, and that's effective tomorrow as well.
All right, is there a motion to bring these people on board?
I'll
So
make
moved.
that motion.
Second.
All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Do you
Thank
have anything else in relation to human resources you want to announce about any contests for improving ourselves health-wise or
Winning lottery numbers?
Get out there and start walking.
yeah,
Stop
get out,
eating.
start
All the good
walking.
things. Yeah, there you go.
I can't keep up with all the games myself, but maybe others can. It's just,
Stop eating.
Stop eating.
right.
Unhealthily anyway.
All right.
Yes. Yep. That's all I got.
Do check your dental coverage. We've changed, and also just regular MD providers. We have obviously a new health plan. We believe that the vast majority of people in the area accept this United Healthcare insurance, but there may be, a glitch here or there. Somebody doesn't take it for whatever reason. So try not to be surprised. Find out in advance. Make sure your provider does accept United Healthcare. And give them our number. This is not an HMO, it's a PPO.
Right.
And there are sometimes differences among the types of plans that providers accept.
Right. I think it's been a smooth transition for the most part.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I think we're at the second, okay, did Jim, we have our paving contracts that we're going to approve now?
Okay.
I guess Ben doesn't have a face for camera.
So you opened the bids for the spring paving 2024 in the county, on the county roads earlier, and Ben Kimbler and I discussed these, reviewed the bids. Wingham Paving was the low responsible bid at $983,578.74. They did include all the paperwork requested. We would ask the fiscal court award this project to Wingham Paving for that amount.
Judge, I'll make that motion. We approve Wingham Paving.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Just,
The other
did you have
groups,
a
just
spec-
Crestwood or Pee Wee Valley groups?
The group 2 is Pee Wee Valley. They
Okay.
will award that at their own time, and then the other bid you opened was for the Wyndham Parks Trail. We actually have a couple weeks to review those, and
Okay.
we'll bring that back at the next fiscal court meeting.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Time now for, we're going to end our meeting in a few minutes. It's time now for the second public comment. Is there anybody here who would like to address the fiscal court? All right, Mr. Kimbler.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would just like to wish Kevin the best of his retirement. I know this will be his last fiscal court with us, and just tell him he's been a great guy to work with, and sorry to see him go. But congratulations and hope the best.
All right, thank you. Yeah, this is Kevin's last fiscal court meeting. I didn't think of that. We had our last, we're having several lasts. We had our last staff meeting here at the beginning of the month, but it's not our last day, so we'll keep moving forward a little bit further. All right, we'll see if any magistrates have any comments here at the end of the meeting. Magistrate Logston?
Kevin, thank you very much, buddy. It's been a great honor to share. And Joe, welcome to the family. So that's all I have, Judge.
All right. As you die.
I'll duplicate what he just said.
All right. Thank you. Magistrate Hawkins?
I'll third that and then wish everybody a happy, safe, and blessed Easter.
Magistrate Hounds?
Is there a fourth did? Is that a proper term? I don't know if that's a proper English term or
What?
not. A fourth did?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
first,
Fourth.
second, third. I'll be the fourth to say the
Okay.
same.
How do you think when I feel I have to do it 8?
Yeah, just a couple of things. Those of us that are basketball fans, this starts March Madness, but there's also a madness that's going on the roads. I drove today from Pee Wee Valley all the way to Westport, and then from Westport to LaGrange. And I get it that it was the school zones, but please exercise some patience. I saw some stuff today that just kind of mind-boggling. People going around cars where the train was stopped so they could go straight, when the end of the train was from myself to the end of this building. Just people try to be patient. We're all in a hurry to get somewhere. I did go down to Westport Park this morning, and the pavilion's coming along nicely. They had the concrete poured for the new bathrooms. Difficult to kind of see the size. I mean, I see where the pad's going to go. But Westport Park is coming along, and be nice when that project gets done. Compliments to the Parks Department and the judge for putting that project together and finally seeing it happen.
About Parks Committee.
I will say that with all the parks, and we're getting into the springtime when people will be out and about. I know there was a conversation in another group I was in about the trash that's at some of the parks, not necessarily ours. But if you do use the parks, please take your garbage and take it home with you, or whatever you see fit to do with it, except for leaving it in our parks or leaving it on the ground. Pick up after yourself. It'd be greatly appreciated. That's all I got. Thank you.
Okay. Magistrate Guy here had
Judge,
second thought.
I would like to back up what Magistrate Hound says about the people driving for two reasons. One, I mean, it's really gotten the people running they just run the traffic signals and the stop signs and stuff. But the worst thing I see is when I'm on the phone with him and he sees one of these morons do that. I've never heard such expletives talking about some other driver. I mean, it's just beyond comprehension. I mean, for a guy that went to a nice Catholic high school and talked like that to a guy that went to a public high school, I was shamed.
Oh, listen to you.
That's all.
Listen to you.
Magistrate Jeffries.
Yes, just a couple things, Judge. We've got Highway 53 as realignment meeting coming up. I think I announced this at our last meeting, but just want to remind everyone it's going to be on March 27th, which is a Wednesday night from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Presbyterian Church out on Prestwick Drive. It's kind of across from Green Valley or Eagles Landing, I guess it is. And so, you know, I would encourage folks that live in that area or out in the Ballardsville area to you know, attend that, and they'll be able to answer a lot of their questions, I think, and take input, you know, on any concerns on the potential realignment of Highway 53. And just like to welcome Joe Ender. Joe and I served on the Planning Commission for a little while, and so appreciate you stepping up. And Kevin, thank you for all your help. I'm the young guy on the court up here, but you know, you've certainly been a help to me, and you know, call you or email you or whatever, you've always gotten back. So I know you'll enjoy your retirement. So thank you for your service to the county. And I think that's all I have, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Magistrate Woosley.
Just want to add a personal perspective for Kevin. Our paths have crossed many times over the years. You worked with the state police. I think the judge said you were 39 years total. Worked closely with you when I was at Post and you were at Central Dispatch, and you've always been a class act, and just wanted to tell you how much we appreciate you and how much you're going to be missed, and good luck in retirement. So, and Joe, I worked with Joe on a couple of committees, and he's been on the Westport Fire Department on their board. He's going to work out very well, I believe. So welcome aboard, Joe. So that's all I got, Judge.
Magistrate Tice.
See if I can sum it up quick. We're going to miss you, Kevin, and we'll look forward to being with you, Joe. Yeah, that's it.
Magistrate Likens.
Thank you, Judge. I kind of will say the same thing. Like working with Kevin. I'm sorry to see you go, but I'm glad to see you go. So I hope you enjoy your retirement. And I met Joe Ender up in Westport through a friend of a friend on the river, and he seemed to be a smart young man that was interested in doing something for the county instead of for himself. So I believe I had him send a letter to the judge, or I took a letter. I remember recommending him for a couple of committees, and he worked out, and here he is. So welcome, Joe. So, and I would also like to say that I'm holding a meeting for a little piece of a road called Victory Lane, and it's all the way at the bottom of 1793 where it runs into the Ohio River. It's a road that we don't even know who owns the right-of-way that it's on, but it serves a pretty large subdivision down there. It serves the Rose Island Yacht Club. So we're just having a meeting to kind of throw it out on the table, try to find out who owns the road, try to get the right-of-way, try to commingle some funds from several sources and come up with an idea on how to get this little segment of road done that it's in no man's land. So that will be April the 16th at 6:30 at the North Oldham Fire Department.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to mention, it's brought up every now and then, just about every other day, I guess. One of the ramps on I-71 going to open here at Ernie Harris Parkway and Allen Lane. They're going to do some paving very soon to finish the paving. There's lights to be installed on the ramp on the south side and maybe the north side as well, I'm not sure, but anyway, those lights to be installed. Those lights are going to be in, they say, by the end of April. And so can't get KYTC to give us a definite date on when the ramps are going to open. We're going to have some kind of ribbon cutting ceremony when that happens, and we're waiting for it to actually get a date that we can pick. So I'd like to see it happen by the end of April, but I'm reminded in an email from the Highway Department that the contractor actually has until the end of August to complete the job. So I thought, oh my gosh, you know, we'd like you to get it done. We mentioned Kevin leaving. We're going to have a reception here for Kevin sometime, somewhere. We're working that out, and everybody will be notified. So those of you who are not in the studio. We have, if you're watching on television, current live, or some people watch later, 2 o'clock in the morning, or something like that, and like to come to the reception, we'll certainly invite you, and we'll let everybody know when that is going to be. So,
Judge, I believe that's been set up for the 28th at 1 o'clock.
28th at 1 o'clock? Okay, good, all right, well. Okay, well, Kevin, be here on the 28th at 1 o'clock, will you? It's
When is that now?
It's going to be probably here in the
What day?
the 28th, that's a Thursday. The 29th is actually Good Friday, and we're only here half a day on Good Friday. We're closed in the afternoon, so we moved it to the 28th.
Oh, I have to go to church then.
Right. Pardon?
I'll have to I got to be at church that day.
I hope you will be.
Church or down.
All right, I believe that's about it for today's meeting. I had something else I wanted to bring up, and I can't remember what it was.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. All right.
All right.